Hey everybody, it's Dixie Dan. In today's video, we're gonna have an honest conversation about what it's like to live here in St. George, Utah. And you're gonna wanna watch to the end of this video because some of these facts are gonna surprise you. First off, in last week's US News and World Report article, Utah was ranked #1 in the nation as a place to live. In that article, it talked a little bit about crime, which is #9 on the list here in Utah. Utah also ranked #3 in economy, #3 in infrastructure, and #2 in education. St. George specifically was ranked #1 in the nation as the fastest growing metro. It used to be a small town, still kind of has that small town feel, but it's also growing, as you can hear from, trucks going up and down the road. Lots of construction. The infrastructure there's some growing pains there where new roads are being built, new developments. Lots of good reasons to come here to St. George. You can have it validated a little bit by just the numbers. Next, let's talk about the environment to start a small business. St. George City, Washington City, and Cedar City all ranked as the top 3 cities out of about 1,400 cities as the best environment to start a new business. So if you're an entrepreneur or you want to just try out a new product, this is the place to come. The cost to start a business here is comparatively lower than almost anywhere else in the country to start a business. If you're liking this content, don't forget to subscribe. The button's right down here, and it's free. The cost of housing in the St. George area is 24% higher than the national average, which may sound discouraging to some, but there are more builders coming into town, which already has probably more builders here than anywhere else in the nation. New developments, new communities coming on board that will hopefully relieve the supply issue. Another surprising fact is that St. George has been typically thought of as a retirement mecca, but there's more kids here than older people. As a matter of fact, the census reports that of the population in Washington County, 22% is 65 plus. 18 to 64 is 52%. 26% or more than 65 plus are kids under the age of 18. Places like this that have candy store, it's probably gonna do well. Another little known fact is that St. George sits right where the surface of ground was 65 million years ago. So if you're into paleontology, you like to find dinosaur fossils or footprints, this is one of the best places in the world to do that. Another cool thing are the volcanoes. St. George is surrounded by volcanoes. There's lava rock that goes through town. There's a lot of really cool stuff that makes it feel like you kind of went back in time when you come to St. George. A little known fun fact is Kevin Costner came last year and shot 2 movies here in the St. George area. And he loved St. George so much, he's building a movie studio here. And lots more movies are gonna be shot here. This will create more jobs and bring more diversity to the area. Another interesting fun fact is when I moved to St. George 6 years ago, when I used to come home from work when I first moved here, I was always surprised just by the sheer number of people that would come home, jump in their UTV, and take off down the street in search of a new trail. And there are so many options. It's hard to believe how many trails and parks and different recreational opportunities you have when you live here. If you have any questions about St. George or the real estate market here, please reach out to me. I'll see you in the next video.